have a fiction read aloud. I've finished all of the books that I checked out from the library. So the books I have now are books that I've taken from school or things I had at home. And I'm going to do a series of what I call classics. Really famous children's books from a long time ago and from recently that most teachers think students should hear at some point in their school years. And so I'm going to be reading those for the next many days. While I'm reading them, I want to come back to our kind of comprehension skills ideas. This one, remember, is that this reminds me of, that's a connect. That's how people enjoy reading and also improve their reading, is they make a connection because it reminds them of something that they know or experienced in their lives. The second one that I had explained was the I think, or monitor. As you're reading, as you become an independent reader, or as you're listening, as a listener to a story, you're thinking about what you are hearing. You're monitoring your brain and noticing what you're paying attention to, what your brain is thinking about as you hear a story or details, or even look at the pictures. The new one for this week is this. Question. I wonder, when you question the text or the story, I wonder why. How come they? Those are the kinds of things you're questioning. So ready for those. The book I've chosen for today is a very famous and old book called Blueberries for Sal by Robert McCloskey. Blueberries for Sal. And Robert McCloskey is a very famous author. He's written a number of books for students over the years, and this is one of his more famous ones. Have you heard this before? Blueberries for Sal by Robert McCloskey. You can see this is an older book because of the type of auto, the car that's down here. But still, the story is enjoyable. One day, little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail, and her mother brought her large tin pail to put berries in. We will take our berries home and can them, said her mother. Then we will have food for the winter. So this looks like probably a fall. So I wonder, do they live close to Blueberry Hill? Did they drive a long way? How long will they stay blueberry picking? Little Sal picked 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pail. Kablink, kablunk, kablunk. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped 1 in the pail, kablunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. I wonder, will she have any blueberries in her pail at the end of the day? Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. I wonder how many blueberries her mom will keep, and if she will eat any or all of them. Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound kaplink because the bottom of the pail was already covered with blueberries. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she didn't mean to, she pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one she had put in. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." I wonder if little Sal will follow that direction, or will she just keep taking them from her mom's pail? Her mother went back to her picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, sat down in the middle of a large clump of bushes and just ate blueberries. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. "Little Bear," she said, "eat lots of berries and grow big and fat. We must store up food for the long, cold winter. Little Bear followed behind his mother as she walked slowly through the bushes eating blueberries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat berries. Then he had to hustle along to catch up. I wonder if these two stories will collect together or connect, or they'll meet up. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat right down in the middle and ate blueberries. Right? Sounds like the same thing is happening on both sides of the hill. Over on the other side of the hill, little Sal ate all of the berries she could reach from where she was sitting. Then she started out to find her mother. Then she heard a noise from around a rock and thought, "This is my mother walking along." I wonder, is it Mom or the bear? But it was a mother crow and her children, and they stopped eating berries and flew away, saying, "Ah, ah, ah!" Then she heard another noise in the bushes and thought, "That is surely my mother, and I will go that way." But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was trampling along, eating berries, and thinking about storing up food for the winter. Little Sal tramped right along behind her. By this time, Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. He hunted and hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be found. He heard a noise from over a stump and thought, "That is my mother walking along." But it was the mother partridge, that's a type of bear, remember? A type of bird, and her children. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, "That is surely my mother. I will hustle that way." But it was Little Sal's mother instead. She was walking along picking berries and thinking about canning them for next winter. Little Bear hustled right along behind. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother, and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. I wonder if they're going to notice. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking along behind her and thought it was Little Bear, and she said, "Little Bear, munch, munch, eat all you can possibly hold. Swallow." Little Sal said nothing. She picked 3 berries and dropped them kablink, kablink, kablink in her small tin pail. She was feeling cold. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth could make a noise like kaplunk. "Run!" she cried, choking on a mouthful of berries. "This is not my child. Where is Little Bear?" She took one good look and backed away. She was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Little Sal. Then she turned around and walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. Yeah, good idea. Little Sal's mother heard Little Bear tramping along behind and thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking and thinking about canning blueberries for next winter. She did another trick. Little Bear paddled up and peeked into her pail. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside, but there were so many and they were so close together that he tasted a tremendous mouthful by mistake. "Now, Sal," said Little Sal's mother, without turning around, "you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter." Little Bear tasted another tremendous mouthful and almost spilled the entire pail of blueberries. Whoa. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, "My goodness, you are not Little Sal. Where is my child?" Little Bear just sat munching and swallowing and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. She was old enough to be shy of bears, even little ones like Little Bear. Then she turned and walked quickly away to look for Little Sal. She hadn't gone very far before she heard kablink, kablunk, kablink. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard a rustling sound that stop now and then to munch and swallow. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear and his mother went home down one side of Blueberry Hill, eating blueberries all the way, and full of food stored up for next winter. And little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking berries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter. A whole pail of blueberries, and 3 more besides. And they are now back at their house, canning, means cooking them and then putting them into jars so they will have them when it's not blueberry season. Blueberries for Sal. Good wondering.